Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
You can hear me?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, can hear.
Yes. आपदामपहर्तारं धातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् रामं लक्ष्मणपूर्वजं रघुवरं सीतापतिं सुन्दरं काकुत्स्थं करुणार्णवं गुणनिधिं विप्रप्रियं धार्मिकं राजेन्द्रं सत्यसन्धं दशरथतनयं श्यामलं शान्तमूर्तिं वन्दे लोकाभिरामं रघुकुलतिलकं राघवं रावणारिम् रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायां पतये नमः श्रीराम राम रघुनन्दन राम राम श्रीराम राम भरताग्रज राम राम श्रीराम राम रणकर्कश राम राम श्रीराम राम शरणं भव राम राम श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने. Seeking the blessings of the Supreme Lord Sri Ramachandra, let's enter into our next session of this Parayanam in terms of remembering the glories of the Lord and his devotees. Because it is said in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna directly says that one who understands about my birth and pastimes will never take birth again. We being suffering day in, day out, we are always looking, we are always happy seeking beings. We want happiness. We want not temporary happiness, we want eternal happiness. And this is possible when we end up our yeah, cycle of birth and death. And the Lord gives a way out, and the process is Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam. When we take up to this process, 9 processes, even if we can very sincerely, devotedly practice one, then we can attain ultimate success in our longing for eternal happiness, bliss. So, in the lines of this Srimad Bhagavatam verse about the 9 devotional processes, there is this Dhanya Rama Katha. So one is blessed with all auspiciousness by hearing to Rama Katha. Shrutau tu Hanumat Valmikabho Kirtane Sita Samsmarane Tathaiva Bharata Shri Paduka Sevane Archanam Shabari Pranama Karane Lanka Deepo. Yeah, till here we covered. And now Lakshmana Dasye. So today we'll be spending some time mm, to appreciate that personality of Rama and that personality in the pastimes of Lord Ramachandra, where we see, yeah, he's there from the beginning. Yeah, if we see, yeah, Lakshmana is the brother of Ram. So from the beginning, the Lord engaged in his wonderful pastimes with Lakshmana. And if we go to the Balakanda, in the Balakanda, where Dasharatha has performed this Putra Kameshti Yaga, of course, first he does the Ashwamedha Yagna and then he does the Putra Kameshti Yaga, and from that, when the personification presented this sweet rice the the fruit of the sacrifice, or the which was divided among the queens of three queens of Dasharatha. Yeah, we know that Kausalya begot Ramachandra. Yeah, Kaikeyi begot Bharata, and Sumitra had twins, Lakshmana and Shatrugna. So it is very special. Vasishtha Muni, after the 11th day of the birth, there was this name giving ceremony, and in that name giving ceremony, there was this yeah Vasishtha Muni. The Purohita. Pura means future, Hita means welfare. So Vasishtha Muni saw in the future of what these wonderful boys will be doing. Yeah, and then he could see already that this child is Lakshmano, Lakshmi Sampanno, which already is telling that this Lakshmana, this boy, is bestowed Lakshmi Sampanna, who is the wealth of, who is the achiever, or who is the what do you call, um, the one who has achieved the wealth. uh, Lakshmano Lakshmi Sampanno. Yeah, Bahi Prana Ivapara. Yeah, the second part we will discuss little later, but let's try to understand why did Vasishtha Muni gave this child Lakshmi Sampanno. Yeah, so we know that Lakshmi, fortune, the goddess of fortune, which means it is all that when we are saying that this Lakshman is Lakshmi Sampanna, on what basis can we understand this? How to understand that Lakshmana is indeed, the reservoir of the wealth or Aishwarya. Yeah. So to understand this, we also have to understand that what is real wealth. Yeah, what is real wealth? Is it found in the money? Is it found in the fame? Is it found in the name? Or what is considered that a person is wealthiest? uh, is defined as one who is having great fortune. And one who has great fortune is considered very prosperous, wealthy, very rich and wealthy person. But we need to understand what it means that one is fortunate person. Is a person considered fortunate when he has friends? Is he considered fortunate when he has riches? Is he considered when he is perfect with all physical perfection? What is real wealth, or what is real fortune? Is the scriptures say that real fortune means one who has understood the purpose of life and has engaged in the service of the Lord in the association of devotees. And one who has not such association of devotees where he can practice devotion, then he is considered to be the most unfortunate person. Hmm? So here we understand that Lakshmi Sampanno, Lakshmana to be that Lakshmi Sampanno, he see that his wealth was service. He was serving the Lord right from the beginning, and he was always there. We know that Bharat was, um, considering Lord Ram to be his life and spirit. Uh, he was even uh, was not able to bear just the idea of separation from Lord Ram. So in that way, Bharat also had so much love and affection, as greater as equal to as his father. Mm. There is no doubt. But what we see here, Lakshman, yeah, is that he was with the Lord even in these moments of tough time, where uh, there was this reversal that took place, that Ram had to leave to the forest for 14 years. Yeah, so he had to leave to the forest for 14 years. To say that maybe sounds very not a big thing, right? So 14 years is what? Yeah, so 14 years, yeah, okay, will just pass just like that. But Ram was heart of Ayodhya. So it was unbearable for everyone. And moreover, irrespective of whether it is so or not, yeah, the what was more disturbing was for Lakshman to see that there is a kind of injustice that has been done. Hmm? So for that matter, Lakshman, yeah, should we consider that? That's why he's a Lakshmi Sampanno? No, because he stood next to the Lord in every circumstance. That's why. And then not so easy, right? So we all have some appetite to engage in service. Yeah, we just go into a temple and very humbly ask, is there some service for me? कुछ सेवा है क्या? Huh? In that way, we all are very eager, and but then how long can we do this service? 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 14 hours, 14 days. Yeah, we are talking about here. Lakshman was with Ram serving for 14 years, and this service was not an ordinary service. Yeah, he was taking every care of the Lord in the forest. He was arranging the shelter, he was arranging the food. Yeah, just like we know, maybe elderly brothers may do that. Yeah, if someone is elder, then he feels a genuine responsibility to take care of his younger brothers. But here, the younger brother is taking care of the elder one like a child. Yeah, making sure that there is no hardship. Why? Because then comes the second part. Why? Because there is this um, ihapara. Yeah. So when we are saying bahiprana ihapara, which means though Lakshman is appearing to be outside, yeah, but actually Ram is his life. So can we part our life? Yeah, we say, okay, life you go, but I'll stay here. It's not at all possible. So Ram was, Lakshman was seeing Ram like that. It is just like same soul, same spirit living in two different bodies. It is also said that I think in Valmiki Ramayana that Purato, Lakshmano. So he's saying that Lakshman is Ram's right hand. So whatever Ram is doing, yeah, he is doing it through Lakshman. And for that, yeah, that shows that Lakshman is an integral uh, limb of Ram and his pastimes. That's why Lakshmi Sampanno, yeah, Lakshmano, Lakshmi Sampanno, Bahir Prana Ihapara. So Bahir Prana, the life is out, but it is the same. Uh-huh. So in that way, Lakshmana was given the name by Vasishta Muni. And after that, if the world would have seen what happened after the name giving, everyone would have doubted what did Vasishta Muni say and what is the name given. What sometimes we see this, someone's name is Bhima, but when we see him, he is very lean. Yeah, not stout and not strong, looking very lean. Um, so it's not like that. Yeah, what happened here is that Lakshmana was 14 years in the forest, and of course, in this 14 years, he was not collecting. He is not doing the curator job where he found. Of course, there is so many treasures in the forest. Treasure hunt, yeah, hunt for the treasure and collect and then become rich. No, he didn't do that. He ensured that his brother's comfort is his top priority. And how did he do that? Yeah, we can take some references from um, yeah, from this when Lord Ram, Lakshman, Sita were brought to this Nishajaraj Guha. So at that time, what happened? Yeah, it was time to sleep. So what Lakshman did, he arranged a sleeping bed out of straw, grass, leaves, so that it's soft and cushion, uh, and under the tree. Yeah, and then what he was doing, that is what Guha was not sure. Yeah, because Guha, what he was doing is he wanted to protect. Yeah, after all, now there are his dearmost lord is his guest, so he wanted to protect. What he did, he took a bow and arrow, and then he was just walking around to ensure that everything is safe and secure. And when he was doing that, Lakshman was also ready. And then um, when Lakshman, in that silence of night, he heard that someone is walking and he could hear the footsteps. Then he immediately turned and asked, "Who are you?" Then Guha came out. Yeah, and yeah, Guha said that, "Yeah, I'm guarding, protecting the Lord." And Lakshman said that indeed this place is very secure than Ayodhya. Yeah. So why? Because yeah, there people who are dear have ditched. Huh? So so it's no more secure. That's what Lakshman want to say. But then what happened later? Then Guha asked, why are you awake? Yeah, it's already late night. You should sleep." And then um, Lakshman is saying that I'm feeling great repentance. What repentance? How could that I am in Ayodhya, but I could not prevent that my Lord had to be sent to the forest? Yeah, being I present there, the Lord is yeah, Ram is sent to the forest, and then mm, um, what am I doing? Yeah, what am I doing? And that's why to punish himself for what he has done. Yeah, feeling very bad about that he could not serve his brother well. So what he did is he took this vow that I will not sleep. Huh? I wanted to see, I mean, all these 14 years of time, what kind of hardships my brother, yeah, Ram and Sita are going through, and I want to really feel very bad of what I have done, what I didn't do it. So in that way, he was very eager to render service. So he was not thinking, okay, yeah, when the Lord was ready to leave, we know how Mother Sita convinced Ram that she will follow him into the forest, and Kausalya also came and she uh, um appreciated the gesture of Mother Sita, so that yeah, she is following in and being support of her husband in this tough time of 14 years. And but then came, yeah, when Ram came to Lakshman, and he was extending his hands and saying, like a last hug before a big break of 14 years. Then then Lakshman said, "What is this?" huh? He said, "What is this? It's already, yeah, you already have agreed. You already have plans to take me with you." But Ram said, "When did I say this? Huh? When did I say this?" Then Lakshman started, yeah, trying his best. Yeah, this is his chance to make it, convince his brother who is very strong and stubborn. Yeah, unless you have a rule to logic to show. He won't accept. So then he started saying, you know what? When you were telling to Kausalya that you are going, Mother Kausalya that you are going, then you said you have used we, we will go. So you have used not even dvivachana, but you have used bahuvachana. Yeah, in Sanskrit we have uh, three, yeah, three, singular, um, and dual and plural, and you have used a plural, plural, um, yeah, and so it's not two, you and Sita, yeah, but you have used a plural. And second reason, he said, you know what, when you were telling to Mother Sita that you stay in Ayodhya and you take care of, and in that list you said Bharat and Shatrugna, but you didn't include me. So in that way you have implicitly counted me that I am going to come. Hmm? Of course, first of all, he wanted to try. Yeah, he wanted to just say, "How can that king can do all these things? I will turn everything upside down." That this and anger, everything came. That Ram very graciously handled it, and ready to go to the forest. And when Sita is ready, and Ram said, "No, but you you have there's a big need of you here in Ayodhya." He told to Lakshman, he said to Lakshman that you have to stand, you have to take care of mothers, you have to take care of Kausalya, yeah, in my absence. And so in that way he was trying to uh, tell that it's very important that you stay here, yeah, without you, so it might be, yeah, very very difficult. Yeah, so he was just saying that, but then Lakshman started providing, he's saying, I know that Bharat is very competent to take care of Ayodhya, yeah, because he's a very noble person who has morality, who is inspired by you, by your righteousness. So I'm very sure he will ensure that uh, Ayodhya and Ayodhya Vasis are equally treated as like you would take care, yeah. And then he is also good, so it's not only that he is partial to Kaikeyi, but he will also take care of Kausalya. Hmm. So in that way, I don't see a greater need of me to stay in Ayodhya, but I see a critical need of me to be in the forest along with you. Huh? When why? And he started. I mean, all this is trying to put his own position to somehow continue to serve his brother personally. So he said, "Yeah, you and Sita Devi have decided to go to the forest. You have packed your bags, but who will carry them? Yeah, who will carry that? Huh? And who will guard you in the forest? Yeah, and when you are who will guard you during the night time, and who will guard you during the daytime when you are immersed in having a very nice conversation? Yeah, uh, so uh, you both are not properly trained in taking care. So let me come with you." So in that way he said, and he started saying that if you leave, yeah, my situation will be like a fish in a pond where the pond has no more water. Yeah, just imagine. So similarly, for me, your feet are like that. Without access to your feet, lotus feet, I will starve to die to death. So in that way, he's saying, and then he was crying and holding the feet of Ram. Please, please take me with you. Yeah, because more powerful than logic is love. Yeah, so he's pleading that uh, logic he anyway has put just to mm, uh, just showing that he thought about it. It's not that he didn't think. to show that he thought about his need where it is, and that's why he's prepared. And then when he was crying bitterly, his eyes full of tears, he just turned his head up and he saw into Mother Sita. Yeah. Uh, why? Because when all the hope is lost, whom to take shelter? Yeah, the Divine Mother. So, yeah, that is also what is the Sri Vaishnava philosophy tells, that how to approach Narayana is through Lakshmi. So the Divine Mother in the Gadya Trayam of Ramanujacharya, the first Gadya is all telling about how to approach the Lord through his consort Lakshmi Devi. So here he saw, and then Ram, who was very mm, tight to himself, of to be strong, not to shake, and carried away with the emotion and sentiment and love, but uh, mm, finally gave up that, and he took Lakshman, hugged him, and he said, okay, pack up, let's go. So in that way, yeah Lakshman uh, was indeed uh, handling the situation especially very well, in because this is also what happens in any devotee's life. Devotee life means uh, a life of tests, yeah where the tests are, sometimes we know we are prepared, sometimes we are not at all prepared for it, and the Lord yeah uh, takes us through a surprise. And in this case here, what happened, no one knew that this situation will come, that Ram has to leave, and there will be a moment where the question comes that Lakshman may have to be separated with Ram. Unexpected situation at that time. What Ram, he has tried to put two traps. What are the two traps? First one, he said, you see, you are irreplaceable in Ayodhya. Without you, Ayodhya will just stay stale. Uh, and then Lakshman very clearly, he said such a way that no, uh, don't worry, Ayodhya will not have any problem. I am not so important. I am not so important here in Ayodhya. Why? Yeah, because there are others who can take care of. Yeah, and there is no such a great need. And then he said, the world needs you is a very another thing, right? So when he said when Ram said that, first of all, there is no alternative. He showed an alternative, and when they said that people are dependent on you, then he said, don't worry. Yeah, this can also be mitigated. In our life also, when we want to practice devotion, these two things may come. One can lead to ego, because when someone is coming and telling, hey, yeah, you are such a great devotee, without you, no, nothing will happen. Wow. We feel great, and this leads to becoming more egoistic. Yeah, rather we should understand that everything is definitely unique. Yeah, everyone has his own role, everyone has his own value. So what we should understand is that this uniqueness is an act of recognizing the God's greatness, but not greatness of ourselves. Yeah, so that trap usually we all fall. This is what is called um, um right, ahankar. Yeah, ahankar. That very minutely, very minutely, it may creep into ourselves, and then we start thinking, hey, if I'm not there, nothing is going to happen. I am the I steal the show. That kind of mentality. Yeah, but Lakshman, yeah, he very carefully avoided that pitfall. He just simply said, there is definitely so many capable persons who can do it, who can deal with it, and they can do it. So this is one thing. And then he said, when the situation came that world needs you, then he simply said, he yeah, He said this also again in our life. Yeah, we may think that hey, so many people are depending on me. Yeah, we may think there is so much pressure on us. Yeah, if I don't do it, what will happen? If I don't do, what will happen? And in this pressure, what will happen is we'll totally forget devotion. Yeah, instead of giving still the priority to devotional process in and practice religion or practice devotional life, what happens is we think that yeah, these are so important, yeah, without me it will not happen. And then um, um, we mess up with our priorities. When we do not know our priority, we think that we are living for the world, then we always will try our ways to please the world. That is a big pitfall. Yeah, one thing is to be egoistic, that I am great. This is one problem. And the other problem is that that without me, no, it is me so important, so I have to do it, making that as a priority, but ignoring other things. What is that other thing? Which is actually devotion. But here Lakshman, that is the reason why he is Lakshmi Sampanna. Yeah. Why? Because he, when the time came, when this test time came, he passed 100 out of 100. Why? Because he was totally, uh, he is, he forgets himself in the service of the Lord. Yeah. That's what is tanmayatvam. Yeah, to be absorbed in that so that he forgets himself, and a minute deviation from that simply disturbs him, and then he becomes very, very angry. Uh, that is the reason. As soon as when he saw that, okay, how can my Lord be uh, uh, mm, um sent to the forest? Yeah, so he got totally disturbed. And we also know when um, hmm, yeah, anyway, so Ram, Lakshman and Sita, they left to the forest. And one fine day, from the top of the tree, when they were in yeah, Chitrakoot, yeah, there's a huge army, and there is the flag of Ayodhya on it. And then when this sound came, Ram asked, who is that coming? Lakshman, who was on the top of the tree, very quickly came down, and with great anger he was, yeah, hissing like a snake. And he's saying, you know who has come? It is Bharat. I thought I thought that he I thought that he is a righteous person. I think that he is um, going to be satisfied, and he is going to take care of the kingdom. Huh? But you know what? As soon as he got power, his head spinned, and then now he is now coming even to attack. Yeah. So in that way, um, yeah, Lakshman was totally disturbed, and then he got angry, and then he started saying that, oh, how can this person do this? What happened is he stepped into the king in the shoes of king of Ayodhya and finished. What happened? He transgressed all the boundaries of love and entered to that zone of attacking. Yeah, so this is what Lakshman thought. Yeah, so and then he started saying that, you know what, this is also the case of so many people in the past, like who is that? Uh, Brihaspati's daughter, yeah, Chandra, yeah, the moon god. He has molested the guru's Brihaspati's daughter. Of course, that is the reason it said that the moon gradually decreases the size every day and then again increases. So yeah. Anyway, so many references he gives, and Lakshman is very angry, and then he decides, okay, um, if Bharat is coming, I will not spare him. I'll even kill him. Yeah, and then Bharat may have made his calculations, but he will not fulfill. He will not meet. I'll break his equation that he cannot be successful. And he said, "My anger, it is because of him that you and Mother Sita are going through so many troubles." Mm, yeah, and then, uh, and he starts. I mean, there is a wonderful explanation, Valmiki Ramayana, that you know what this mountain will be a place where animals will celebrate. Why? Because there is no fight between the animals for eating the meat. There will be so much of meat. There will be so much flesh. Yeah, not meat. So much of flesh and blood, and this mountain will be the place of a, what do you call, uh, dance party of these um, uh, um, this bhoot, yeah, pisachas, yeah, the yeah, Dhakinis and pisachas can now the spirits will be fly in the sky, and they can, and yeah, so in that way, Lakshman in his anger he overflows with so many words, and he says, and then he immediately rushed into his um, uh, hut, and then he brings all the armor and the arrow, yeah, and as soon as, and and then surprisingly he feels so much hate against Ram. How can you be so patient? How can you be so too? It's like too much righteous. Dharma is okay, but still, even in spite of Bharat coming to attack, and you still are very silent. Huh? Hmm. Why does his brother have to be so perfect? Huh? Why does his brother tolerates all injustice that is and suffer? So in this, what we see, yeah, in every gesture of his being outbursting his anger, this is always has been for what? In his service. It was never that he was disappointed when his comforts were compromised. He was ready. He literally had never thought about his own comfort. Yeah. So he loved Ram and could not bear to see him suffer a life of inconvenience. So that's why he was, yeah, he was. And then when all this was happening, anyway, Ram again has had pacified. So if we need to understand that why Lakshman is, uh, uh, yeah, in that spirit, yeah, yeah, usually maybe there are people, so many people who want to find faults. It is said that Lakshmana Lakshmana is कृतज्ञेन um, dharmagyena. Yeah, so two things and one more. I forgot. So Lakshman is a person of character of these things. He is mm, fortunate. Yeah, I forgot the word. But Lakshman is most fortunate. Yeah. Uh, then he is also Kritagnyena. Yeah. And then he is Lakshmi Sampanna, and then he is Kritagnyena, and then he is also Dharmagyena. What does it mean? That um, Lakshman is very fortunate. Yeah, he's very fortunate because he was always tied to the feet of his brother, serving him. That was his mm, only passion, yeah, or to say only thing that he always wanted was that, nothing else. He always wanted to be there with his brother and serve him, and this is what he did. And then so and then he is Kritagnyana. It's not just that. It is not just that he is fortunate to have Lord Ram to serve. He is also expert in service. It is not just okay. Uh, mm, he had mm, yeah that okay, yeah, some we always feel right. Oh, see that particular devotee. See, he has great facilities to serve. I don't have that. Yeah, but that person has facilities. But when Lakshman, when Bharat and others, they were not personally serving the Lord. Yeah, but here Lakshman was always personally present and serving the Lord. And Shastras are also saying that it's not just that he was fortunate to be present, he was also skillful, expert, Kritagyana in whatever he does perfectly. That's how he made sure that the pathway is clean, the uh, perfect servant. Yeah, perfect servant by setting up the hut, hermitage, bringing food for Ram and Sita. So in that way, he is bhavagyena. Sorry, the first one is bhavagyena means he understood what Ram likes, what Ram wants. So he can understand the bhav of Lord Ram. And then the second, as I said, is Kritagnyana, is the expertise to serve what he has understood is the true service. That was what he was offering. And Dharmagyana, he understands what is right, what is wrong. Uh, that's the reason he, as soon as he saw what an injustice that has happened to my brother, and he could not tolerate. But a person, a devotee having these three qualities is very difficult because Lakshman had. That's why he is Lakshmi Sampanno. Yeah, he had this. So Lakshman is rich. He has that currency. He has that wealth through which he can exchange. He can bind. He can purchase Ram. How to purchase Ram? How to purchase the Lord? It's not possible with money. He is not bound with money. He has no interest of that. Oh, the only thing that is required is this, the love for offering service, the ability to perform service. It's not that only feeling. Oh, I have a feeling, and I want to do that, and I want to serve. But no, he also qualified himself to serve the Lord. And then, with whom is he dealing? Ram, who is the personification of Dharma. Dharmatma. So when we do service, it should be based on dharma. And what is dharma telling? Selfless service. Adharma is always serving ourselves, but dharma is selfless service. So in that way, Lakshman, he is having all these three. In spite of having such great wealth, that Lakshman, who had such a great wealth, in spite of that, even he, yeah, yeah, had to hear blame. Yeah? We know this very well when yeah, going back to that again, where Sita Devi is desired to have this golden deer, and uh, Lord Ram to please Mother Sita. Yeah, so what he did, he left. He was hunting, or he wanted to capture it. So he went deeper and deeper into the forest. Acharyas say here a very important what do you call upma. It's called a kind of simile. Yeah. Here it is said that when we see that Mother Sita, though she is goddess of fortune, she is Mahalakshmi herself, but when she is a Jivatma, or when she is a devotee, when a devotee, as long as he has full attention and always serving the Lord, there is no problem. The moment the attention goes to the worldly things, what can happen? This is what has happened. This is what happens. That the moment when Yeah, so what happened here, Sita Devi, when she wanted this golden deer, then all the situations went worse. Yeah, Marich, when he was shot with an arrow, then he pretended in the voice of Ram. He said, Lakshman, Sita, and in that way he was shouting loud so that Sita became very worried. Sita said, you know, um, something. Yeah, I think Ram is trapped. Yeah, Ram is in danger. And Lakshman was saying, Mother, don't worry. I think uh, um it's never possible that yeah, Ram can be in danger. Yeah, I have good experience with a lot of demons. Yeah, so this is could be an act of some demon. Don't worry, Ram will come back. But Sita could not, because she was so much concerned about her Lord. And then she again persuaded him to go, and then um, yeah, but Lakshman said, "No, my brother has given the service. What is that?" He said, "Lakshman, yeah, take care of Sita. I'll go and bring the deer." But what happened? That Sita Devi is saying, "Go and save your brother. He's in danger." Then Lakshman was very much fixed in his service. What service was he having? His brother said, "Take care of Sita." Yeah, and when he's seeing all these signs, then he was thinking something dangerous is going to happen, and that's why he didn't want to take a chance. He want to be, yeah, to guard Mother Sita. But then finally, this word came from Sita. She couldn't convince the firmness of shake the firmness of Lakshman, because Lakshman was very confident in the glories and the greatness of Ram, and uh, he knows that these are tricks of some demons which Ram can very easily handle. For that matter, if you recollect, when Vishwamitra Muni gave this um, yeah Bala and Atibala weapons, to whom did he give? These weapons were given to Ram. These weapons were given to Ram by Vishwamitra Muni. He didn't give it to Lakshman. And of course, Lakshman was not feeling jealous, or he didn't even ask for it. Why? Because, again, the Shastras are saying that if Vishwamitra Muni would have given these powers to both of them, to Ram and Lakshman will be on same level. Yeah. um, in terms of power, yeah, they will be like peers. But neither, I mean, Lakshman didn't had any interest. Yeah, he always feel himself subordinate to Ram. And not only that, yeah, if Vishwamitra Muni would have given Atibala and Bala powers to Lakshman, then um, um, Lakshman is becoming Vishwamitra Muni's disciple. That is also nothing, not something that Lakshman wanted. He wanted to be a disciple of Ram always, lifetime. So he was very confident that, whatever may be the tricks of some demons, nothing can happen to my Lord. So in that way he was very. But then when Sita started saying that, now I understand your intentions. She spoke that harsh words that were very, very um, hard to handle anymore. She was saying like, now I know, in the garb of servitude, in what is it called, in dhong, yeah, in the disguise of as if doing service to us for 14 years you are with us. Yeah, for what? So that you are looking for this exact moment, that when I am gone, sorry, when Ram is gone, you want to enjoy me. uh, this came like a thunderbolt. uh, Lakshman found it very hard to handle. Huh? Huh? Lakshman, he was very sincerely serving Ram and Sita. When such a sincere servant is being doubted like this, what will happen? Huh? He was, it was a test of his devotion now. That is, mm, I don't know if there can be any other higher test. This test was already too much. Yeah, for very sincerely serving for so long, and then such whatever we spoke about, what is that dharmagya, one who is a character, person of a character. Here Sita is shooting an arrow at that uh, point, that hmm, she's challenging his character. So then, what Lakshman can do anymore? He said, "You know what? In that moment of pain, also, what he tried, he has drawn this Lakshmana Rekha with all the power to ensure that there is safety. So he said, "Don't cross. Nothing can harm you as long as you are within this protection." Huh? And saying so, he left. Okay, I will go, but I am sure that Ram is safe. I am more concerned of your safety. Yeah, and then he left. See how painful it is. A person who has rendered service for so long in our life. I don't know how long we have offered services, but even if someone challenges our ego, we are ready to give up our service. We would rather say, okay, why should I go and huh? Uh, come on, no, better not to do service. We are ready to give up service, not to give up our um, uh, stern position. We want to just hold on to our position that no, it is my right to be right because he is right, and in that way we don't want to move. But here Lakshman, he knows very well about himself. He knows that he was blamed for nothing. Yeah. So he draw this Lakshman Rekha as a protection, and then he left. He left to Ram. And then what happened? Anyway, Ravan came and he took away Sita. But before that, already when Ram saw Lakshman running towards him, Lakshman, what have you done? Hmm? She said, huh? Um, huh? You gone? I have given you the instruction to protect Sita, and you are very incompetent. Ram is chastising. Hey, how come you have been so incompetent? So what is that second thing? Whatever what's Kritagnyena is also shot now with Ram's arrow. So in that way, then what is the purpose of being Dharmagya? So see, being a Dharmagya, he wanted to do good, but what happened? His character was doubted, his competence was doubted. In spite of that, he didn't leave to serve his Lord Ram. He didn't say अभी बहुत हो गया, मुझे घर जाना है. I didn't come for this. Let me go back. Let me go back to Ayodhya, and maybe someone else will come to serve. I will send someone else. No, he didn't say that. He very well understood this is the time where it is a moment of um, concern for Mother Sita and also for Ram, out of which when a person who is in anger or when a person who is in a moment of concern, yeah, so and in that mood, if one is scolding or chastising, that should be taken as not so serious. More important to be taken is service. So in that way, in that way, um, Lakshman was constantly serving the Lord. Even after that, he constantly served. It is very late in Ayodhya, in Yuddhakanda. Mother Sita is saying, "Oh, is it maybe because of my using harsh words that my fate has changed? That I am now into this trouble." That Mother Sita is when Hanuman was listening. So she was repenting. Yeah. Of course, indeed, here what happened is that, one who is serving the Lord, he is a Vaishnava. So here, when Lakshman is serving Ram, so Lakshman can be seen as a Vaishnava. And when Vaishnava was, yeah, blamed, especially character, it's a Vaishnava aparad. Yeah, Acharyas are saying, if of course it is not for Mother Sita, all this pastime is a pastime, but through this pastime, there are so many upamanas that are presented to help us to understand what is it when Tatastha Shakti, when Antananga Shakti, when Bahiranga Shakti, and all these energies are coming together. How one should how one should handle, how to guard oneself from committing offense, committing sinful uh, sins. Yeah. Anyway, again, so coming back, so Lakshman, we see here that he stood, and he stood again in every occasion. Yeah, when we see that when Ram was, he made friendship. He made friendship with Sugriv, and everything was happy. And then Sugriv for 4 months didn't come from his cave. He was having a great time that he was missing for very long. So he was enjoying, get completely intoxicated. Huh? When Ram was, when Ram was um, thinking, okay, what is happening? Yeah, um, he was thinking that. Mm, yeah, it's already been, I mean, 3 months now. And then he was saying, my life here is going through very tough time because is it for this reason I have allowed Sugriv to enjoy? That he totally forgets his duty. So at that time, so it was Lakshman who became who became, or who took the position of his elder brother, and he was counseling, no brother, don't worry. Yeah, so he was giving hope, and he's saying, just be patient. I am sure that Sugriv will come to his senses. I am sure that he might be doing something. And so he reassured that Ram, uh, he reassured that Sugriv's integrity is still there, Ram, so don't worry. Hmm? Uh, and he said, if I will. If at all that is not the case, I will light the fire that will burn down uh, Ravan's kingdom. Don't worry. If Sugriv doesn't come, I am there. I am going to take care of it. So this is what uh, Lakshman assured. He made sure that his brother, who is already going through great pain for last 3 months, because every moment he was just he himself uh, hmm, settled inside a cave and constantly remembering Sita, that the complete cave was vibrating with the name of Sita. And whenever he comes out, when he sees anything outside the world, it just remembers this about his Sita, and then again it gives so much pain, and he goes inside, and again that is what he was doing. Ram was doing Sita Smaran. And then when it was too much, then so Ram was pacified by him. And then Ram waited, and finally after the 4th month, this was a rainy season, and then he said, um, yeah, I think now the time has come. I think we may have to give him a kind of a warning. Mm. Uh, and I so give Sugriv time now. Now we start give him. We have given enough time, and now it's time for us to show if he doesn't stick on his word. Just do one thing, and this is also an art of how to talk. He just said, the arrow that was used for Vali uh, has not gone anywhere. It is still with me. Yeah. So that so Ram wants a gentle reminder. Yeah, and Lakshman was very furious, and he was on an extreme. Yeah, he can understand only language of extremes. Yeah, so as soon as he got this go, he said, "You know what? Huh? I will kill that ungrateful Sugriv right now. I will then crown Angad as the king, and after he becomes the king, we will march with his whole army because Sugriv didn't keep up his promise." Yeah, so in saying so, he immediately uh, was leaving, and then Ram, yeah, he knows very well about his brother, so he stopped him. He said, "No, no, no. Yeah, just if Sugriv remains non-cooperative, uh, I am saying that, yeah, only that should be the last option, not the first option. So better first is, uh, I want you to give up first this anger, hmm, and um then hmm, I want you to make Sugriv just fearful. Yeah, the fear should be not too much. The fear should only lead to what? To become religious. Yeah, we know this God fearing people, right? So they have fear so that they are at least having discipline to worship the Lord. At least that fear is there. Yeah. So when one forgets everything, that's dangerous. So fear in the right measure is needed. So only do that much, not more. And of course, we know when he goes there, he, yeah, uh, yeah, he shakes everything in Kishkinda. And of course, Tara, very well, she says, "Oh, she says, I'm surprised. I have heard about you, but now I'm surprised that did they speak truth? They were telling that Lakshman loves his brother very much, so much that he never is away from him. He's always with him. But now that are you the same Lakshman here? Huh? And I think if you are here, then definitely something very important is there to to share. In that way, she very diplomatically, very softly combed that angry, yeah, Lakshman, to ensure that, yeah, she to assure that they have not forgotten. Yeah, even Sugriv, yeah, though he was drooling in pleasure, but he was making sure that all the Kishkinda army from different, sorry, Vanar Sainya from different places are coming and prepared for searching out Sita in every place. So in that way, we see that Lakshman has always been very strong if anything happens. And this is also one another important quality of a Vaishnava is that if one is insulting or offending a Vaishnava, then one it is said that one should either cut off his tongue or leave from the place. So based on one's competence, of course, we cannot do both of them in Kali Yuga. If you take, if someone is talking ill against the god, you just pull his tongue and cut it, then you'll be put in the jail. No, but rather we should not entertain such things as much as possible. At least we should go away from the place. Or Shastrik, with Shastras, defeat the person. Yeah, either these three things one can do. So Lakshmana was there. He was not tolerating any injustice to the Lord or any uh, yeah. If someone is not loyal or not showing integrity, that shows his greatness. Well, so this is the beauty. Yeah, that's why it says that Lakshmi Sampanno, Lakshmano, Lakshmi Sampanno, Bahir Prana, Iha Para. This also, yeah, let me close that here, saying that if we see every or major events, if you see, yeah, we see how Ram is doing what he want, but he is doing through Lakshman. Just like if I want to do something, I want to take a glass of water, I will use my hand. It is my hand. So similarly, when we are saying Lakshman, yeah, is Ram's right hand, how is he doing? So in Balakanda, there is this funny incident. Of course, we should not make fun of people who cannot digest jokes on them. So, but when Ram and Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrugna, they are in youth, yeah, young boys, they were shooting arrows at mango tree. And then when Ram saw uh, the the Manthara there, what he did is in that playing mood, in jolly and funny mood, he shot arrows such a way that one arrow, when he hit, then the nose pin of Manthara fell down, and again he hit another arrow. Then this nose pin again went and hold on to her nose. And of course, when it is so nice, everyone laughed, and but everyone laughed except Manthara. And then when they were asking who did it, then Ram said it's Lakshman who did it. Scapegoat, yeah, we know this scapegoat thingy, right? Of course, in reality, it is Ram who has done, yeah, but it is Lakshman who, on whom it was said. How can Lord be so, what do you call, untruthful? We'll come to another example. We know that when Surpanaka nose and ears were mutilated, yeah, who has done it? It was done by Lakshman, but who has gestured for that? It was Ram. The blame, of course, we always say, hey, it was Lakshman, hey, you are angry, how come? No, but actually Ram was seeing that Surpanaka, as soon as she changed her form into demonic form, and she was about to attack Sita, then it was Ram who said, yeah, it was Ram who said to stop, and of course, Lakshman ensured that he understands that uh, Surpanaka's face mutilated. Yeah, I forgot what was the reason and how. Anyway, so but the point here I want to say is that that Ram always it was Lakshman, whatever was doing, was through Ram. Yeah, it was Ram who was saying and Lakshman was who is doing. And it's not that one can blame, but actually because Ram and Lakshman are one. So it is whether I do or my hand does, it is still the same. So similarly, Ram and Lakshman, whether you can use interchangeably, whether you are saying that I slapped with my hand or whether you say I slapped, it is still the same. Yeah. So that is, maybe I'll anything else did. Yeah, I mean, there is always a lot. I mean, what I have said is um, just emphasizing on this service attitude of Lakshman. There is also so many instances where he showed how intellectual he is, how dharmic he is, and the arguments that he put forward, mm, and shows that he's a perfect servant, and that itself was his wealth. And what we should aspire from this is that if we if we want to reach and serve the Lord, we should know how difficult it is. Yeah, and irrespective of how difficult it is, we have to always uh, carefully serve, so that we don't just say, okay, it's not it's not going to happen, so I will not do. Then we will not progress. We should take small, at least baby steps, so that we genuinely advance. Yeah. I'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thanks, Prabhuji, for nice oversight of what is the relation between Ram and Lakshman and how their bonding is and how Lakshman served so well for Ram.
Who is that? I thought Rishabh Prabhu, but
No, Prabhuji,
voice is.
Vishwa Prabhuji.
Uh, yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much, Vishwa Prabhu. Yeah, I think this are. Yeah, usually in Ramayana we see na though Ram and Lakshman are going together and most of the focus will be on Ram. No? So that is the service attitude. Yeah, it's not that okay, I'm in the front. Yeah, I'm great servant. No, I have a great Lord. That spirit. Yeah. Rishabh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Tanmat Pranam.
Yeah, get closer to the mic.
Sorry. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Tanmat Pranam.
Yeah,
Can you
Hare
hear me
Krishna. Yeah.
now? Lakshman, I mean, just connecting to the Leela, Lakshman, when he was drawing the Lakshman Rekha,
Mm-hmm.
one thing always comes in my mind, why he didn't just simply take Sita with her
Mm-hmm.
instead of leaving her there alone and making this Rekha and having a big risk. He could have just simply, they're already in the forest for a long time. She could have simply just taken her
Yeah.
and be with her and then look for Ram.
Yeah. We know that, yeah, the fast that we can run, maybe the feminine, yeah, may not be able to run. Right?
Yes, I mean,
If you're searching, then you should be very quick, right? Yeah. You can jump over trees. I don't know. Yeah. With due respect to
Sita
mothers,
Maya.
ladies, but I don't want to just. Yeah, they're very delicate.
That's true.
And yeah, it's like I do have the doubt, the same thing. Maybe if Sita is also would have went with Lakshmana, the story will be like would have been different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe shall I say something else? Is
Yes, please.
when you want to catch a rat, what you will do?
Like we'll go after it. Like
Yeah, you will not be there, right? You will not be there at the spot, but you will ensure that something attractive is placed. Rishabh Prabhu?
I'm not gonna say that Sita Maya is like a cheese, like a paneer.
Yeah. So no, but Krishna, I mean the Lord's pastimes are wonderful, no? So we can also see this in that way. That
It's true.
yeah, the rat doesn't dare to see the people. In the presence of everyone, the rat cannot steal, cannot eat. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we always think that's actually a very good point because we always think poor Sita that this happened to her and poor Ram and Lakshman that they went away. But actually, it's poor Ravana who got into this trap and got killed, and whole Sri Lanka was burned into fire.
And even stupidity is that yeah, he even didn't know that there is this Chaya Devi. It's not Sita. That's even next level, right?
So
Yeah.
it's actually poor Ravana. Really, you are correct.
Yeah. Yeah. Ramesh Prabhu?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Thanks for this wonderful session. I had a different question, Prabhuji. In Canto 7, Chapter 5, text 23-24, right? You had mentioned. So in there's multiple references to pure taking association of pure devotees. So this pure devotees we had in this deity, no, not in deity worship course, in one of these courses, I don't remember, there's 26 qualities referring to a pure devotee, right? So if we have to take multiple references, there are multiple references to pure devotees. So how do we know who is a pure devotee?
One is the Lakshana. Yeah, nature. Yeah, those are the qualities.
Right.
And it is said that the Lord qualities and the devotees. So ideally, the qualities of the Lord are imbibed by his followers. Just like if you have a fire, and in that fire, if you put an iron rod, what is it becoming? The rod is also becoming
Hot.
fire.
Yeah.
So whatever all the qualities or divine qualities, right? The Lord's qualities, we as devotees imbibe, and that's why these qualities help us to appreciate. It is just like uh, if you are seeing something with your naked eyes, yeah, you see thing as it is. But if you have put a black or a red glasses, then you cannot see it, right? So these qualities are bringing us as close as possible to appreciate the greatness of the Lord.
Okay. Mhm.
Yeah, then it is a one-to-one. When you say, compassion. What is compassion? Okay, then we develop compassion. Then we start appreciating the greater compassion of the Lord. If we ourselves don't know what is compassion, we cannot appreciate the compassion of the Lord.
Right, Prabhuji. Okay.
So that's why these 26 qualities are kind of a,
Reference.
character. Now this is defining the character. And what is the tool? What is the upaya? These processes are not upayas, these processes are upayas. Means by practicing them, it's not that you are getting some result. This is not a method. By doing a kirtan or by doing a shravanam, it is not a method, but it is a means in itself. It is not that by doing this you will get something else. This itself is something. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, maybe whether I have said it, but what I want to say is characters are something we need, just like if you're applying for a job. Yeah, then you need to have the skill set, but just
Right.
skill set is not enough. Yeah, you need to also have what? Character. So
Right.
those 26 characters qualities are required for us to appreciate devotion itself. And then which process we take are these reference 9 processes.
Right. Yeah.
Hmm.
Right, Prabhuji. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah. Got it.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Anyone else want to share? Yeah, I think we are on one side, we are very close to, we are very close to these processes that we have covered so far, Dasyam, and the remaining 2 are Sakyam and Atma Nivedanam. But just imagine what level of devotion one should have. Yeah, when we are talking about Lakshman itself, we are seeing what it means to. Yeah, it's like almost a perfection in devotion of extending personal service to the Lord all the time. When we are saying das, 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 yeah, what does that really means? To be das, dasa means servant, completely giving up our own interest, completely giving our spirit of being, I am the master, which means all the free will, whatever I have, is used only for one thing. What is that? Surrendering that free will to the Lord. So that is what Lakshman has demonstrated in the Ram Leela for these long years. He was there from the beginning, he is there till the last. He went through different tests. Yeah, I mean, of course, he was also asked to set fire, uh, so that this Mother Sita entered the fire. That is one thing. It was not an easy thing because Lord was making it a very confidential Leela. And then there is another incident where Lakshman was asked to leave Mother Sita when she was carrying outside Ayodhya. So many things. But Lakshman was serving the Lord. Yes, Gaurav Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, thank you, Ji. Thank you, Prabhuji, for Very nice points. Yes, very nice katha of Lakshmana. Yes, Prabhuji, I was thinking about how Lakshmana. You said that Lakshmana was not only fortunate but also skillful. But how he developed these skills of making huts and nice, everything very nice. How he was he? Yes,
Maybe he
before
attended
also
some
he
military
was so
camp.
much good at it.
Maybe he attended some military camp. No, I mean, yeah, as part of the Kshatriya, right? They would definitely train in every artillery and these. That's one thing. And to answer, of course, about this living in a forest life, a Kshatriya. This also again shows the greatness of. This is a kind of a paragon spirit of Lakshman's servitude. What is that? Usually, even if you see in Mahabharata, when Hastinapur was in the rule of Kauravas or even Dhritarashtra and then Duryodhan, still, why didn't why did Pandavas ask for at least some terrain of land? Because as Kshatriyas, what they're supposed to do? They have to rule. They have to do the administrative. That is their dharma. Yeah. But then here you see, what Lakshman is doing. Yeah, he usually it is very it's very uncommon that um, uh, uh, king, yeah, is- king is here. We see that Ram is not the king. Who is the king? It is Bharat, and then Lakshman is serving whom? Ram. That shows that, yeah, he being a Kshatriya even didn't care the dharma of Kshatriya, and he was still serving Ram. Yeah. And coming back to your question, how did he learn? Yeah. So Vasishtha Muni maybe, and then they were also in the with Vishwamitra Muni. So many teachers, they would have definitely learned.
Okay, Prabhu. So he was well trained before this.
Yeah.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I think that comes in Balakanda only, Gaurav Prabhu. It comes in Balakanda where all the four brothers are sent to Gurukul and then they were under the training of Vasishtha Muni. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji, is it like that? If one wants to serve Lord personally, he gets the mercy of the Lord, that he becomes so much skillful automatically, or it does not? It is not needed, or?
Oh, that is a very good question. So, if for a person who doesn't have skill, what happens? Right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, I don't know if that is the question. Yeah, Lord says in Bhagavad Gita that a person who wants to serve me, then I will give him what he lacks, and I will preserve what he has. Yeah.
Okay,
And there is this nice verse. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayatem girim yat kripa tamaham vande yat kripa tamaham vande guru deenatarinam. Yeah. This is saying that one who is dumb, who cannot speak at all, and one who cannot walk. Yeah. But when he is blessed by a guru, then what is happening is that he will be able to speak eloquently, just like the example of Valmiki Muni, who was a hunter, who was transformed by the grace of a spiritual master, that he composed the best poetry. Yeah. And then one who cannot walk, he can simply climb mountains. Pangum langayate girim, the mountains. Pangum, one who cannot walk can also, one who does not have limbs can also climb mountains. That is possible by the grace of spiritual master. Maybe tomorrow we will touch little about that as part of Sakhyam. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Anything else? Anyone want to share about Lakshman? So let's appreciate the great personality of Lakshmana. Yeah. So that we can imbibe by his grace even a pinch of such a service attitude, that whatever may come, yeah, that whatever troubles, hardships may come, let's try to take care of the Lord. Yeah, this is very important. Usually what we think is Lord is great, so because Lord is great we don't have to do anything. Yeah, that's why we always have this okay, let me take, not give. But Lakshman shows that everything he had, he was always giving, giving, giving in terms of his service, and this spirit of serving to the needy, yeah, and especially to the Lord, is very, very precious. That's what is called Dasyam. Surrender ourselves to the Lord. Thank you. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha कृपा सिंधुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. हरे कृष्ण.